Okay, again, good day po everyone. So let's start to discuss all about the inverse function. So when we say inverse function, it is a set of ordered pairs formed by reversing the coordinates of each ordered pair of the function. So the domain of the inverse function is the range of the function. And the range of the function or the inverse function is the domain of the function. So, remember po, in inverse function, hindi lang po ito basta-basta yung reciprocal ng given po natin na function. Kasi ang ginagawa po talaga natin dito is sinosolve po natin yung inverse ng given na equation. As in yung inverse po. Okay? Remember that a function f has an inverse if and only if f or a function is one-to-one function. Now, remember, masasabi lang po natin na meron pong inverse ang given natin na function kung siya po ay one-to-one function. So, in addition, if two functions are inverse of each other, then their graph are mirror images with respect to the graph of the line y is equal to x. So, ibig sabihin po, dapat yung graph mo is nagbabisects lang sa first and third quadrant or sa second and fourth quadrant. Kasi kapag naging magkatabi sila, like first and second quadrant sila naging magkatabi, ibig sabihin po nun, nagkaroon po or nag-pass through po ang points sa inyong y-axis. Or kapag nagkatabi naman sila sa first and fourth quadrant or second and third quadrant, ibig sabihin po no, naulit po yung values ninyo sa x. So, dapat po mirror images. First, third, second, fourth quadrant. Okay, so the composition of an inverse function states that if the inverse relation of a function f is also a function, it is called the inverse function of f, denoted by f raised to negative 1. A function and its inverse are related by the following equation. So first given equation, we have f inverse of x is equals to x for all values of x in the domain of f raised to negative 1, and f of negative 1 of f of x is equal to x for all values of x in the domain of f. So, the symbol f raised to negative 1 denotes the inverse of a one-to-one function. And this symbol is read as f inverse of x. So, take note that f inverse of x is not the reciprocal of the f of x, but the notation for the inverse of a one-to-one function. So there is a given function, and then you will solve for its inverse. And then take note that it is not the reciprocal of the f of x, but it is the notation for the inverse of a one-to-one function. Okay, so look at this equation. So first, example po natin, given si two functions, and then let's check if function or if inverse pa nila ang isa't isa. So, we have here f composed of g of x, and then alisin natin si equal sign. So, ito po yung given natin sa f of x, si 5x minus 20. And then, ito naman yung given natin sa g of x, si 4x plus x over 5. Okay? And then, given natin itong dalawang function. Box ko yung dalawang function natin. Papatunayan or puprove natin kung yung dalawang given na function po ba na yan ay inverse po nilang isa't isa. At paano po natin malalaman kung inverse nilang isa't isa? Gagamitan po natin sila ng composite function. Okay? So, composite function, f composed of g, g composed of f. Ayan. And then, kapag nag-equal po yung nakuha natin sa kanila pareho, ibig sabihin po nun, inverse po nila ang isa't isa. Okay? So, check po natin. F composed of g po muna tayo. So, f composed of g, write first the given function f, which is 5x minus 20. And then, since it is composed of g, change po natin yung x na nakikita natin sa f ng g. Okay? So, itong x na nakikita natin sa f, papalitan po natin ng given ni g. So, we have 5, and then yung x na yan, papalitan mo ng 4 plus x over 5. minus 20. So, yung ginalaw po natin dito ay si x lang ng f. Okay? X lang. And then, copy si 5, copy si minus 20. Since this is f composed of g, this is your f of x, and then this is your f composed of g of x. Okay? Kasi dito po, sa second natin, lagay na po natin or na-substitute na po natin yung given value ni g doon sa ating f. And then, after that, solve. So we have here 4 plus x over 5. So we can have 5 as their denominator. And then we can write 1 as the denominator of 4. So 5 divided by 1 is 5 times 4 is 20. 5 divided by 5 is 1 times x is x minus 20. And then cancel. Natira 20 plus x minus 20. So 20 minus 20, that is 0. So natira sa kanya ay x. At kapag nag-solve po tayo ng g composed of f at x din ang lumabas, ibig sabihin lang po nun, inverse po ni f si g, inverse ni g si f. Okay? So solve po natin. Given natin for g, we have 4 plus x over 5. And then itong x na nakikita natin sa g, papalitan natin ng f. Kaya magiging 4 plus 5x minus 20 over 5. And then, numerator po natin, we have 5x minus 20 and that is factorable. Factor out po natin si 5. Factor out natin si 5. And then we have x minus 4 over 5. So, bakit naging x minus 4? Finactor out natin si 5. Natira sa loob is x tsaka negative 4. Since when we multiply 5 times x, that is 5x. 5 times negative 4, that is negative 20. And then after that, we can cancel out 5. So, matitira, we have 4 plus x minus 4. 4 minus 4, that is 0. So, natira po natin ay x. So, meaning po, since equal or pareho po yung nakuha natin after natin mag-solve ng composition ni f tsaka ni g tsaka ni f, then ibig sabihin po, inverse po ni f si g, inverse po ni g si f. At yan po yung gagawin natin na checking po kapag tayo po ay magsosolve ng inverse sa given na function. Okay, unang gagawin natin, solve natin yung inverse niya. Tapos para malaman natin na tama yung nakuha natin yung inverse niya, is i-check po natin through composition of function. Ito po, yung ginawa po natin. Okay, how about po kapag tayo na po ang maghahanap ng inverse sa given na function? Okay. So, steps in solving the inverse of a one-to-one function. So, remember ha, makakakuha lang tayo ng inverse dun sa given na function kapag siya ay one-to-one. Okay? So, step number 1, you will replace f of x by y. Okay? Papalitan lang si f of x ng y. Step number 2, you will interchange x and y. Lahat ng x, papalitan mo ng y. Lahat ng y, papalitan mo ng x. So, you will just interchange. Step number 3, you will solve the value of y in terms of x. So, dun po sa rational equation natin, we are solving for the value of x. Dito naman po sa inverse function natin, we are solving for the value of y in terms of x. And then, after that, pag nakuha na si y, step number 4, you will replace with f of inverse of x. And then step number 5, we will verify f of x and f of inverse of x are inverse of each other using composite function, which is yung ginawa po natin kanina. Okay? Ayan. So, solve po tayo. Okay, for the given function, we have 2x plus 4. So, step number 1. Ano sabi sa step number 1? Ano sabi? You will replace f of x by y. So, itong f of x na yan, palitan mo ng y. So, we have y is equal to 2x plus 4. Okay? Step number 2. You will interchange x and y. So, lahat ng x na nakikita mo sa equation, papalitan mo ng y. Lahat ng y na nakikita mo sa equation, papalitan mo ng x. So, we have here y. So, y yan. Since y yan, change mo sa x. Is equal to 2. And then, since yung katabi ni 2 ay x, papalitan mo ng y. Plus 4. Okay. Next step, number 3. Ayan, you will solve for y in terms of x. So, dapat po, y na lang yung matira doon sa iisang side. Kasi y po ang ating sinasolve. Okay? So, let's say, si 2y po dito, nilipat natin sa left side. Tapos, sa x po, nilipat natin sa right side. Let's say, since positive 2y yan, nilipat mo sa left, magiging negative 2y. Is equal to, since this is positive x, nilipat mo sa right, magiging negative x plus 4. Okay? O, ulit. Since you are solving for the value of y in terms of x, dapat nasa iisang side na lang po si y. And then, lahat ng hindi y, nasa kabilang side. So, nilipat natin si 2y from right, pinunta natin siya sa left, naging negative. Tapos, si x, pinunta natin siya sa right, naging negative 10. Okay. And then, next step is, since y lang ang hinahanap natin, we will divide both sides by negative 2. Okay? Para ma-cancel out po yung kasama ni y. So, y will be equal to, this is negative x over 2, or negative 2, plus negative x over negative 2 plus 4 over negative 2. And then simplify, that is y is equal to, since that this is both negative, magiging positive, and then 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. So this will be your answer in step number 3. Okay, so we have x over 2 minus 2. And then step number 4, sabi sa step number 4, si y po re-replace mo lang as f of inverse of x is equal to, and then kopyahin, yung nakuha natin na inverse niya, we have x over 2 minus 2. And last step is you will check. And then you will check by using the composite function. So, ang gagawin na po natin dito is i-check na natin kung tama po ba yung nakuha ninyong inverse ng given na function. At gagamitan po natin siya ng composite function. So, kung dun pa sa composite function, we have f composed of g, g composed of f. Dito po, papalitan po natin yung g. Ano nang ipapalit natin? Yung kanyang inverse. So, f composed of f inverse of x or f inverse of x composed of f of x. Okay, so check natin. Okay, so let's check. We have for step 5, for checking, we will be using the composition of function. So first is f of f inverse of x. Okay, so ibig sabihin, given value of your function composed of the inverse of the given function. So kunin po natin yung f natin. Ano yung f natin? 2x plus 4. Okay. So 2x plus 4, yung x na to, papalitan natin yung nakuha natin sa inverse niya. Ano yung nakuha natin sa inverse? X over 2 minus 2. So 2x over 2 minus 2, and then copy plus 4. And then after that, find the LCD of the given x over 2 minus 2. So we have LCD will be 2, and then we will write 1 as the denominator of 2. So to divide 2 is 1, times x is x. To divide by 1 is 2, times negative 2 is negative 4, plus 4. So we will cancel this out. Natira, x minus 4 plus 4. And we have negative 4 plus 4, which is 0. So, natira po natin ay x. Ngayon, kapag ginawa na natin is f inverse of x of f of x, then, kapag x din yung nakuha, nag-equal sila, ibig sabihin, tama po yung nakuha ninyong inverse noong given na function. Okay, so pangalawa naman, we have f inverse of x of f of x. Okay? So, we have, ano po yung nakuha nating inverse niya? We have x over 2 minus 2. Okay, so yan yung nakuha nating inverse. So, itong x na to, papalitan mo ng given na function, which is 2x plus 4. And then, copy si over 2, copy si minus 2. Okay. So, nakita natin na factorable po ang ating numerator. We can factor out 2. matitira sa loob is x plus 2. Since when we multiply 2 and x, that is 2x, 2 times 2, that is 4. And then we can cancel it out. Natira, x plus 2 minus 2. Okay, so 2 minus 2 is 0. Natira po ay x. So since they are equal, ibig sabihin po, tama yung nakuha mong inverse ng given po na function, which is, ito po, sa step number 4, which is x over 2 minus 2. Okay? Next. Next example. Okay, so we have here 2 over x minus 7. So step number 1, we have to replace y to f of x. So magiging y is equal to 2 over x minus 7. Step number 2, we will interchange x and y. So magiging x is equal to 2 over y minus 7. Step number 3, you will solve y in terms of x. So here, we can cross multiply. So magiging x, y minus 7 is equal to 2. And then after that, dapat po, lahat ng kasama ni x is maalis po natin. Okay? So, first move po natin para matanggalan ng kasama lahat po ng kasama ni y po pala ang kailangan po nating maalis. So, first is kailangan maalis po natin yung x na kasama po ng ating y minus 7. So, cancel, cancel. Ano na lang natira? We have y minus 7 is equal to 2 over x. And then, after that, meron pa din kasama si y, which is negative 7. You will transpose. So, magiging y is equal to 2 over x. Since this is negative 7, magiging positive 7. At na-solve mo na ngayon si y in terms of x. Okay, so step number 4. So for step number 4, all you have to do is to change y to f inverse of x. And then copy the equation. You have 2 over x plus 7. And then step number 5 is you will check. Okay, by using the composition of function. So let's check. Step number 5, we have the checking. So for checking, we have f of f inverse of x. Ayan. So given po natin sa f ay 2 over x minus 7. So itong x na to sa f, papalitan natin ang nakuha natin sa inverse, which is 2 over x plus 7. 2 over x plus 7. And then copy mo si minus 7. So ulit ha, kinopya ko lang si 2 sa numerator, kinopya ko lang din yung negative 7 na nasa denominator. Itong x na to, pinalitan ko ng inverse ng function, which is 2 over x plus 7. Okay? Ayan. And then cancel na agad to kasi 7 minus 7 is 0. So we have 2 over 2 over x. Okay, so when you divide function po, ang gagawin, reciprocal, and then proceed to multiplication. So these 2 po dun sa numerator, we can change, or we can write 1 as a denominator of 2, and then reciprocal the denominator, 2 over x, magiging x over 2. And then cancel na agad to. Natira is x over 1 or equal to x. Okay? Next second, we have f of inverse of x of f of x. Okay? So, kunin natin yung inverse natin. Anong inverse natin? We have 2 over x plus 7. Yan yung nakuha nating inverse. Okay? So, yung x na nasa ilalim ng 2, papalitan mo ngayon ng f. Okay? So, we have 2 over, ano yung f naman natin? 2 over x minus 7. 2 over x minus 7. And then, copy mo ngayon si plus 7. So, itong x na to po na nasa ilalim ni 2, pinalitan ko noong nakuha po na, or nung given po na function, which is 2 over x minus 7. And then, This is fraction, so reciprocal and then proceed to multiplication. So 2, we can write 1 as denominator. And the reciprocal po ng denominator natin, pagbaliktarin lang natin, that is x minus 7 over 2, and then copy plus 7. So cancel, cancel. We have x minus 7, and then copy plus 7. So 7, negative 7 plus 7, which is 0. Answer is x. So ibig sabihin, since they are equal, tama po yung nakuha mong value ng inverse ng given po natin na function, which is yung sa step number 4. We have 2 over x plus 7. Okay? Ayan. So, next is we have here try and learn exercises. So, these two given exercises po, you will answer this bago po mag-proceed po doon sa inyong magiging activity. So, yung first lang po dyan, given yung f and g, papatunayan nyo lang po, ipoprove nyo lang po kung sila po ba ay inverse ang isa't isa. Okay, so f composed of g lang, tsaka g composed of f, kapag nag-equal, means inverse nila ang isa't isa. Kapag hindi nag-equal, hindi nila inverse ang isa't isa. And then yung second naman, given lang natin is function, isang function lang. Gagawin mo po dyan is hanapin mo muna yung inverse niya, susundan mo yung steps para makuha mo yung inverse niya, and then after that, you will check kung tama ba yung nakuha mong inverse ng given na function. Okay. So let's have another example. Given we have f of x is equal to 2x plus 3 over x plus 1. So step number 1, replace f of x by y. 2x plus 3 over x plus 1. Step number 2, interchange x and y. So we have 2y plus 3 over y plus 1. And then step number 3 is solve for y in terms of x. So cross multiply. So we have x times y plus 1 is equal to 2y plus 3. And then distribute x. X times y is xy. X times 1 is x is equal to 2y plus 3. So since you are solving for y in terms of x, dapat magkasama sa iisang side yung y. So xy, lipat mo ngayon si 2y. So since positive, magiging negative is equal to, lipat si positive x, magiging negative x, and then copy si plus 3. And then, sa left side, nakita mo na may dalawang y, so you can factor it out. Labas si y, matira sa loob ay si x minus 2 is equal to negative x plus 3. Since when you multiply y times x, that is xy, y times negative 2, that is negative 2y. And then, since you're solving for y, divide both sides by negative x minus 2. So, cancel, cancel. Your y will be equal to negative x plus 3 over x minus 2. Okay, so that will be your answer in step 3. Okay, step number 4, interchange si y sa f of inverse of x. So, magiging negative x plus 3 over x minus 2. And then for step number 5, let's have a checking. So, for checking po, yan. So, first po, we have function or f of inverse of x. Yan. So, first, ulit mo muna si f. Anong f natin? We have 2x plus 3 over x plus 1. And then after that, lahat ng x na nakikita mo sa f, papalitan mo nung nakuha mong inverse. So, magiging 2, yung x natin, may x tayo dito, so papalitan mo ng inverse. Negative x plus 3 over x minus 2. And then copy c plus 3. All over by, we have here x plus 1, so may x ka ulit, so copyhin mo ulit yung inverse. We have negative x plus 3 over x minus 2. And then plus 1. Okay. Next is you will multiply 2 sa quantity. So that is 2 times negative x, that is negative 2x. 2 times 3, that is 6. All over by x minus 2 plus 3. over negative x plus 3 over x minus 2 plus 1. And then after that po, find the LCD ng given na numerator at denominator. So LCD ng numerator, we have x minus 2, and then divide, x minus 2 divided x minus 2 is 1. So times negative 2x plus 6 is we have negative 2x plus 6. Okay, so over 1 natin yan. X minus 2 divided by 1, that is x minus 2 times 3. We have 3 times x minus 2. And then, denominator naman, same. We have x minus 2 as our denominator. And this is 1. And then, copy mo lang ngayon si numerator. Next, this is 1 over 1. So, x minus 2 divided by 1 is x minus 2. Times x minus 2, we have x minus 2. And then, solve po. We have here negative 2x plus 6. And then, distribute si 3. That is 3x minus 6 over x minus 2. All over by, this is negative x plus x, that is 0. And then 3 minus 2, that is 1 over x minus 2. So solve for your numerator. So this is negative 2x plus 3x, that is x. 6 minus 6, that is 0. So x over x minus 2. And then reciprocal ng denominator, that is x minus 2 over 1, cancel. Matira po, we have x. Okay? So, sa first checking pa lang yan. Now, kapag second checking ka na at x ulit ang natira, ibig sabihin po nun, sila or tama po yung nakuha mong inverse. Okay? So, we have f of inverse of f of x. Okay? So, kunin natin yung nakuha niyong inverse. We have negative x plus 3 all over by x minus 2. Ayan. So, lahat ng nakuha ninyo nakita ninyong x sa given po ninyo, papalitan nyo ng f. Anong f natin? 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3 over x plus 1. Okay. Plus 3. All over by 2x plus 3 over x plus 1 minus 2. So, sa negative po, nakamultiply sa quantity. So, magiging negative 2x minus 3 over x plus 1 plus 3 all over by 2x plus 3 over x plus 1 minus 2. Then find the LCD. We have x plus 1 sa numerator. So, sulat si negative 2x minus 3. And then, x plus 1 pa din. Divide natin sa 1. X plus 1 pa din. Times 3. We have 3 times x plus 1. All over by x plus 1 din ang denominator ng ating denominator. We have 2x plus 3 and then over 1. So, x plus 1 divided by 1 is x plus 1 times negative 2. We have negative 2 times x plus 1. And then solve. That is negative 2x minus 3. And then plus 3 times x. Distribute si 3. That is 3x. 3 times 1, that is 3. All over by x plus 1. All over by, this is 2x plus 3. Negative 2 times x, that is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 1, that is negative 2. All over x plus 1. And then solve for the numerator. This is negative 2x plus 3x, which is x. And then negative 3 plus 3, which is 0. So that is x plus x plus, or x over x plus 1. And then, sa denominator naman natin, we have 2x minus 2x, that is 0. And then 3 minus 2, that is 1. So, all over y, 1 over x plus 1. So, since fraction ang ating given, na dinivide ang dalawang fraction, then reciprocal, and then proceed to multiplication. So, reciprocal ng 1 over x plus 1 is x plus 1 over 1. So, cancel, cancel. X divided by 1 is equal to x. So, since parehong x po yung nakuha natin after po natin mag-checking or by using the composition of function, ibig pong sabihin nun, tama yung nakuha yung value ng inverse function po nung given na function. Okay? Okay. So, is everything clear? So, if you have questions po, again, you can ask me during our synchronous class. Okay? So, and we are done for the day. So, please prepare for your weekly problem set number 5. That will be on Thursday. And of course, also prepare for your activity number 5 that will be uploaded on Tuesday. Okay. So, thank you everyone and God bless.